You're stuck at home in quarantine. 5 o'clock. Why not have a drink with me?
Good afternoon, happy Monday. Thank you for having a drink with me tonight. Hope everybody had a good day today. If you're on the East Coast, or at least in the Northeast, you might be getting this crazy storm that we're getting right now. It's been like raining on and off all day, but the crazy part about it has been the wind, which has just been blowing like crazy. Starting last night, we got all these text messages and emails from our power company saying, be careful, charge your devices, power might go out, be prepared. And luckily we've not lost power. I noticed a couple of little light flickers that made me a little nervous, but everything so far has been fine. They're saying the worst of it is right now between 3 and 6 p.m. So hopefully we get through the worst of that without too many problems. But otherwise, pretty good day. I've been doing this workout challenge with this Facebook group that I follow, the Power Zone Pack on Peloton, and basically I'm on a team and I have to do 4 rides a week, and today's ride was a 90-minute endurance ride, which was pretty brutal. It's been a long time since I've spent that many minutes on a bike. So a little fatigued, definitely. My butt is a little sore, not too bad, and then I have some blisters on my hands from the handlebars that I didn't think about and wasn't anticipating, so that's a little annoying. But overall, feel good. Took a shower, still haven't totally cooled down. You know, when you get out of the shower and you're still kind of hot and sweating a little bit, which is a little uncomfortable, so that's how I feel about that, which isn't the best, but feeling good. And the big news, though, of today is my mom's birthday. So happy birthday, Mom. It's a big birthday, the big 7-0. So I was lucky to get to talk with her and see her last night for Zoom and catch up, and hope to talk to her again this evening. But love you, Mom. Happy birthday. Hope, despite the quarantine, you have a good day. Enjoy some dinner, enjoy some wine tonight, maybe a cocktail. My mom's favorite cocktail is a Cosmo. Maybe we'll make one of those one of these days. So I'm excited about tonight's cocktail. It's going to be a very simple cocktail, but one that might be foreign to a lot of folks, depending on your travels. Which is, we're going to be drinking the tea punch. And I know when I first heard this drink, tea punch, and I saw it on a menu, I thought it was what I know punches to be, which is like a mixture of rums and other liquors and fruit juices and sugar, and have a big garnish with lots of fruit. Maybe it gets served in a big bowl and you scoop it out. But that's not what this is. The name tea punch actually is T-I', which is apparently shortened version in Creole for the French word petite. Which is how this got its name. It's like a small drink, and it's from Martinique. I'm going to pull up Martinique on a map here because I think it might be enlightening to know exactly which island in the Caribbean Martinique is. Right, so here we have it. It looks like it is north of Trinidad and Tobago, north of right north of St. Lucia in the Caribbean, but way beyond the British Virgin Islands and Turks and Caicos. Let's see if we can take a quick look here at the, so we've got Florida up top here, we've got Cuba, DR, Puerto Rico, whoa, didn't mean to do that, and then Martinique right down there. So this is the national drink of Martinique, and it has just 3 very simple ingredients. A lot of people call it the Martinique version of the old-fashioned, because it's just very simple. We have our spirit, we have some sweetener, and we have a particular way of cutting the lime that is traditional. So let's first look at the rum that we're using, because that also is very, very specific to this drink. This is a Martinique rum that's called Rum Agricole. take a look at that. And basically what makes this distinctive of other rums is that it is made from freshly pressed sugarcane juice. Most rums are made from molasses, not the rum agricole. This is made from the fresh sugarcane juice, and the impact of that and what it results in and what these types of rums are known for is a real like earthiness, grassiness, vegetal, garlic sort of distinctive flavor that can be an acquired taste. But it's very distinctive, and I think it's quite earthy. Let's just try a little bit of this. Whew, and yeah, right away, it doesn't taste like your average rum. It smells, I think vegetal is the first word that comes to mind. And yeah, it's really interesting. Let's take a taste. Has some heat. I get on my tongue. I get some more grassiness than I do in the nose. It also has like a little bit of funkiness to it, which is kind of cool. And again, won't be everybody's jam, but it's really interesting. Now to go with this rum agricole, for the tea punch, we also have a very specific type of sweetener that they use, which is traditional too and made in Martinique also, which is a sugarcane syrup. So this is from Martinique. I had to order this special on Amazon, a sugarcane syrup. And so if you think of an old fashioned, you're starting to get the idea. No bitters in this drink, but we have the sugarcane syrup, we have the rum agricole. We're gonna build it in just a nice big old fashioned glass. And let's talk a little bit about the lime, because this doesn't take lime juice. And it, I'm gonna find like no, I think this is good. It doesn't take lime juice, and it doesn't take just the zest of a lime either. So what's traditional is about a quarter-size coin of lime that's taken off the side, and that includes a little bit of pulp in it. So I'm gonna see if I can cut such a thing. Let's see how I did there. All right, not too bad. So you'll see I cut way down right into the pulp there, and I got a little bit of pulp. I got the peel, obviously, got the pith, and all of this is gonna go in. I'm gonna try one more and see if I can get a little bit more pulp. Something I need some practice with. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. So it got a little bit of juiciness on there. Nice round circle, like a lime coin. Beautiful. So, I've heard, I haven't been to Martinique, I haven't had this there. I've heard that a lot of times it's traditional where if you order this, they'll literally like give you the bottle of rum, give you the sugar, give you the lime coin already cut, and you get to build it yourself at the table, at the bar, however you like it. I'm right now going to use just the sort of standard starting point recipe for this, which is to start with just a teaspoon of the sugarcane syrup. So not a ton of it. Let's taste that. Yeah, it's like super sweet. Oh, that's good. So we have our sugarcane syrup in here. Now we're going to take 2 ounces of our rum agricole and add that in. And then I believe the traditional way to do it, and I've got a couple of different sources here for this, but I believe we'll stir that up, then we'll squeeze the lime in all around it, and then drink, and that's it. No ice, we're not shaking anything, we're not doing a long preferred stir. So we're just gonna stir this up and then express the lime in it. But you know what? is also traditional and a lot better than a bar spoon is our swizzle stick. And so it will be traditional, what they call a bâton lélé, or something like that. Pardon my French, literally. They'll use this in order to stir this up. So instead of a spoon, I'm just gonna put that in there and give it a little stir. Beautiful. I'm gonna take my lime. I'm gonna squeeze it in. You wanna get the oils from, oh, I can smell it already. I'm gonna just rub it all around on the outside, and I'm gonna drop it in. And there we have the very simple, very traditional Martinique cocktail, the tea punch. And I see Maggie's complaining it's too much swizzle for her taste. That makes sense to me because she has terrible taste. So, not a surprise there. All right, so let's take a smell of this. Not getting much lime in the nose. It's really just all rum. Rum is front and center. The rum agricole here, really front and center in this cocktail. But we're gonna see how the sweetness, and if there's enough sweetness in there to hold up. But again, really earthy, really grassy. Little funk, really interesting. That is good. I was a little concerned with the small amount of sugarcane syrup. Like when I make an old fashioned, I would have way more simple syrup in there, but I think this is just like a lot stronger, more concentrated than the simple syrup that I would normally use. So a little bit goes a long way, and I think it holds up well. You get a little bit of the lime. Now, if you don't develop a palate for this particular Martinique rum, I don't think you're gonna like this. Just because even though the sugar, the syrup, evens out the harshness of the alcohol in the rum, you just get those flavors, the funkiness, the grassiness. I feel like if somebody took like a handful of green onions and stuck them in your nose, it's kind of like that. But I think it's quite good. I'm enjoying it. And I wish I was in the Caribbean, in Martinique, drinking this right now. Wouldn't that be a delight? All right, this is very good. Let's see if we have any other questions or comments in the gallery. Very nice, very nice. 15 seconds away from starting a fire. The swizzle stick has that effect to it, but natural is made from a real branch. One of my most prized bar tools. A lot of fun. I also like to make juleps with this. It's like a non-traditional, but really effective. Because it is really traditional to make all sorts of, a swizzle is a whole genre of drink common from the Caribbean that would use this with lots of crushed ice and does a nice job of mixing it all up, which is essentially the same thing that you want to do in a julep. So I've seen that done some places, which I think is really great. All right, well, thank you for joining me. I hope you also are joining me and enjoying a cocktail this evening. Again, a rainy Monday evening here in Boston, but The nice thing about a cocktail is it both helps you get past whatever came before and maybe transports you a little bit to somewhere else to enjoy outside of quarantine, outside of the rainy, windy environs, out the door, and puts you on a beach somewhere in the Caribbean.
It's 5 o'clock. Why not have a drink with me?
Cheers, everyone. See you tomorrow night for another installment of Tiki Tuesday.